There's been a total of 317 murders in the year of 2023. Around this time in 2022, it was 329 murders. And around this time in 2021, it was 365 total murders. The number of homicides have been trending down ever since the early 90s, with Chicago hitting a total of 943 murders in 1993. Even though the murders have been trending down, the violence doesn't seem to be going anywhere, because in the month of May of 2023, 11 alleged gang members have died. I have the reason why they died, where they died, and how they died. But before we get into this video, make sure you go check out my website, where I post exclusive videos and things that I can't post on YouTube or Instagram. Plus, I have motivation merch on there too, so make sure you go check that out.
I'ma die on them. I hit your neck on their ass. We gon' break his neck. He got it wrong. They coming from the back too.
Cut the light off, cut the light off, cut the light off. Cut the light off, cut the light off.
Go get their ass.
Make sure that ain't phone now, make sure that ain't phone now.
Make sure that ain't phone them before you tear it up.
If it got rims, that's phone now. That ain't phone them, I'm looking at the look.
With this first one happening only 5 days into the month of May, and this guy that died, people actually say that he looked like Lil Durk. He was also from the Kiki World set, which is a set filled with GDs, BDs, and Black P Stones. They are mainly located on 70th and Damon. It was May 5th, 2023, at around 9:20 p.m. Quashay Johnson, aka Durk, from the Kiki World set, was in the 600 block of South Carpenter Street when he was found unresponsive on the ground. Police noticed he was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, and he was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he later died. He was only 26 at the age of his death. This will mark the first alleged gang member that would die in the month of May in Chicago. Then on the same day, on May 5th, 2023, only 15 minutes later at 9:35 p.m., Anthony Smith, aka Ike from the Low Life set, was shot and killed while loading groceries into his car that Friday night, right in a store parking lot in the 700 block of South Ashland Avenue. He was only 27 at the age of his death. Low Life is a set of BDs located in the Englewood neighborhood. They are located on the low end of 63rd to 66th Low. Their main ops is Mac Block and Block Burner. They also beef with some of the same gangs that Lamron do. But on May 11th, 2023, a guy would die from the Johnny Mob set 1300, which this gang is named after a rapper who died in 2013.
Yeah, I'ma let this bitch breathe. He gon' blow my trees. Now I ain't worried about a thing. Got this thing on me. Now I ain't worried about a thing. Got this thing on me. My money grown trees. So I'ma let it fall like leaves.
And they're mostly filled with traveling vice lords. Plus, they're mainly located on Avers to Springfield. But on May 11th, 2023, Charlie Edwards, aka Charlie Wiley, was standing in the 1300 block of South Springfield Avenue when someone shot Charlie Edwards, 34 years of age. He was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he later died from his injuries. Only a day later, on May 12, 2023, Cornelius Banks, aka Tells, was in the 3900 block of West Fillmore Street at about 12:30 p.m. when a vehicle approached and someone inside fired shots. 26-year-old Cornelius Banks was taken to the hospital, where he later died from his injuries. A 43-year-old man was shot too with non-life-threatening injuries. Then on the 13th of May of 2023, a member that was not an O Block member just lived in O Block. He was from the 8 Trace set, which is a set mainly filled with gangster disciples. But Clarence Bolden, aka Lil Bam, was standing in the 6400 block of South King Drive when he was shot multiple times in the chest. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he died from his injuries. He died at only the age of 17. Another 16-year-old boy was shot, but he survived from his injuries. It's a lot of gang members that live in O Block that's not a part of the set. But only 2 days later, on the 15th of May of 2023, a Zolan Chestnut member would die. These Zolan guys are mostly four-corner hustlers and located on 69th and Dorchester. They go by Chestnut for a guy that died back in 2020 named Chestnut PB.
Yeah, pussy nigga, you a hater. I be smoked too low, don't get me high in the elevator. We was chasing niggas, make
But on May 15th, 2023, Jeremiah Samoa, aka Jayski, which was also a girl, was standing in the 6200 block of South Dr. Martin Luther King Drive at about 8:45 p.m. when someone shot her multiple times. 2 people took her to the hospital, where she later died from her injuries. She was only 19 years of age. This next victim would only be the age of 15 when he died. He He was from the CPO set, which I couldn't find any information on, so if you have any information, make sure you drop it in the comments. But on May 16th, 2023, at around 6:30 p.m., officers would respond to calls of shots fired. When they got there, they found 15-year-old Zion Brown, aka Zion, and another 27-year-old man suffering from gunshot wounds. Zion Brown was taken to the hospital where he died from being shot in the torso. The 27-year-old man survived from his injuries and was shot in the buttocks. Witnesses say they saw multiple men running away from the scene after the shots were fired. Then on the next day, on May 17th, 2023, Ronnie Roper, aka G Spank / Snoot, from the Skid Row set, was walking in the 1000 block of East 95th Street at around 12:15 p.m. when he was approached by two people and shot him in the head, where he died right in front of the Violence Prevention Center. He was also a participant in Craig, which is a violence prevention group. Plus, this Violence Prevention Center had surveillance, which was provided to police, but not to the public yet. Then on May 23rd, 2023, allegedly a guy from the DDW set would die, which I couldn't find any information on his set. So if you have any information, make sure you comment down below. But Jamal Goings, aka Juju, 33 years of age, was found on his back in an alley in the 5900 block of North Wentworth Avenue. He was then taken to the hospital where he was initially listed in critical condition, but later died from his injuries. This will mark the 9th person that would die in the month of May so far. Even though the month was coming to an end, the murders continuously kept going. On May 24th, 2023, a State Boys CMG member would die, which State Boys is also known as Rockland or CMG. They mostly beef with a set called PA 112 and are filled with GDs and BDs located on 115th and State. But on May 24th, 2023, Victor Watson, aka Vic from State Boys, was inside his home at about 11:30 a.m. in the 600 block of South Green Street when someone he knew fired shots. He was hit in the chest and was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. He only died at the age of 29 and was a well-loved State Boys member. I couldn't find any news report on this last person, which is really weird and I never experienced that before. But on May 27th, 2023, William Malcolm, aka Baldhead from the MTV set, was shot and killed in BBG Hood, which is allegedly around 79th and Hermitage. This guy was pronounced dead at the scene. He was also close with OTF Jam and OTF Varney, both from Lamron, which the set that William was from, MTV, is a set filled with black disciples and are located around 79th and Vernon. MTV stands for Money Through Vernon. Plus, this gang has rappers like MTV Devo and MTV Polo. But that'll be about it for this video. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed, stay well, yeah, I'm out.